Hey, it's Rhianna. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I did for my November goals and what goals I'm setting for myself for the month of December. I just recently restarted this series where once a month I sit down and kind of make myself some tangible goals for the month, and then the next month I update myself and y'all on how I did with them, and then I set my goals for the the next month coming. So if you've missed any of those, there's a link up in the eye that'll take you to the last one, and then that one will take you to the other one. And I think this is like my third month back doing it, and for me, I've just found that setting these goals like this is better than just saying like I want to do this in my head and never having any follow through. So between these videos and then putting it down in my planner, which is right there, I do a lot better at like keeping myself accountable. Let's talk about the goals that I set for myself in November. So I had about 4 goals. I had a scale goal, which was to get down to 239. I also had 3 non-scale goals. I wanted to continue fasting during the day, doing kind of like a adjusted 1 meal a day sort of. I also wanted to continue doing well with limiting my keto sweets, and then the last one was not going off track at holidays and social events. So let's talk about how I did with these goals. As far as the scale, I did not get down to 239, womp womp, unfortunately. I'll talk a little bit more about what happened, but I am at 244, which is actually 1 pound up from the beginning of November. I was at 243, so yeah, 1 pound up. Definitely not what I had in mind. Day fasting, okay, so this is kind of where things went really bad for me in November for the first like 2 weeks or so, I believe. Okay, so I went to the Texas Renaissance Festival with my best friend, and I was like totally not keto. I mean, I had things that were keto, but I had a lot of things that weren't keto. And so after that, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do my very first extended fast. And I did document this, so I mean obviously I'm a vlogger, so I vlogged at the Texas Renaissance Festival. I also vlogged a week worth of foods that included the foods that I ate at the Texas Renaissance Festival, and then I also vlogged about my extended fast. I won't be able to include all those links up in the eye, so I'll try to remember to put them down below if you're interested in that. But the point is I did an extended fast, and that was a terrible decision for me. I don't know, I can't like say it's 100% to blame for that, but honestly I feel like it had a lot to do with what happened afterwards. I like lost control of my appetite after that. I fasted for a total of almost 48 hours, and it didn't work for me, at least not now. Like maybe later on, and maybe I can like work my way up to an extended fast, because that was my very first fast, and for me to do maybe one so long was a bad idea. I don't know. All I know is when I came back from my fast, my appetite was just completely out of control. I was hungry all the time. I was eating like crazy. I mean, I was eating keto, but I was eating over my calories for sure. I definitely wasn't tracking, so I don't even know exactly how much I was overeating. But about halfway through the month, I got on the scale and I was up to 250. And if you've been following along for a while, you know that my like maintenance mode, or like if I'm off plan, I do gain 5 pounds. It's always 5. So I was up about 7 pounds for my lowest, which, I mean, I feel like this whole half of the year has just been like a joke. I haven't taken it seriously. I've been on and off all the time. And when I say on and off, I don't normally actually go off keto. I might have something here and there, but 9 times out of 10 I'm just eating too much. It's not really that I'm like not being keto, or at least low carb. I'm actually eating too many calories, and calories still matter. Like, you're still gonna get fat if you're keto. It doesn't matter if you're if your daily burn is 2,000 calories and you're eating 2,500, which I have no idea, I'm just throwing out numbers here, then you're gonna gain weight. So, and I know that. So when I saw 250 on the scale, I was like, okay, for real, you need to like really get back to it. Like you said, okay, I'm gonna get back into keto. I've said this like 4 or 5 times in the past like 2 or 3 months. Like every month I'm saying it. So I was like, you know what you need to do. You know exactly what to do. You've been doing this for a long time. I've been losing weight since 2015. You know, I know what to do to lose weight. So I did. And luckily it's starting to come back. As I said, I'm back down to 244 and I have been doing really well. Thanksgiving I did well. I went to 2 family functions this weekend and I did really well those days too. One day I actually stayed 100%, you know, keto. I didn't have any problems. Another day I did have like a half of a cookie or whatever, but like I still tracked it and I just considered it my cheat for the week, and you know, we just moved on from there. But overall, I'm getting back into the swing of things, which speaking of, I did start a food only accountability Instagram, link right here if you want to come check it out. Good Keto Bad Girl. And I only show my food and my carb manager so you can see my macros. There's no YouTube thumbnails, there's no day in the life stuff, there's no cute pictures of my nieces and nephews and Jonathan and any of that. It's just food and that's it. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out as well. If you want, you know, to check my other Instagram out, you can look at that. That's down below in the description. So the keto sweets and the not going off track, I feel like I've been able to do that really without having to think too much about it because of the fact that I'm tracking again. Staying within my calories and, you know, being consistent with that means that I can't, you know, I can't eat a bunch of junk. So it just kind of has worked out for me in that way. I did talk a little bit in my vlogs about how like I felt like my appetite had been out of control and stuff, and a couple of y'all suggested stop trying to do 1 meal a day, go back to eating meals, and like let myself have, you know, food again basically, and then I won't binge so much like in the later half of my day, which I actually have been doing. So my day kind of looks like how it did when I first started keto. I have my bulletproof coffee in the morning, and then I fast for as long as I can, which honestly right now is not very long. I usually am eating lunch every single day. I am allowing myself a snack or like a small lunch and then having dinner and then one like bedtime snack. I am tracking everything in my carb manager and I am weighing everything again. And I have been doing that for, like I said, about 2 weeks, I believe. I don't have my phone with me, or I would look and actually see exactly how long I've been doing it. So what are my goals for December? Okay, so we're going to Orlando a week from yesterday, and we're gonna be there for a week. And I don't want to say that like I'm gonna keep myself 100% strict, and I don't want to say that I'm gonna allow myself to go off plan, but I definitely think that I need to have a plan between now and then about what I'm going to do. I know that I'm going to always have my bulletproof coffee in the mornings. I'm going to be packing snacks for us for the road trips. I'm definitely planning on sticking keto for, I want to say like 80% of that, because I am going to be traveling. There are going to be things that I'm going to want to try, but I don't want to come home and be so far off track that I'm like starting over again. Like, I'm tired of doing that. One of the things though is that Jonathan and I always drink a lot when we're on vacation. So I think as far as like my scale goes, I'm gonna say to just maintain. Let's maintain for December. Let's just stay at 43, 244. And let's end this month without a gain. And I feel like if we can get through our anniversary, you know, our anniversary vacation, Christmas and New Year's, and not see a gain on the scale, I'll be happy. Obviously I want to lose weight though, so I'll have like in parentheses, I would like to see a loss. But I'm kind of being realistic. I feel like expecting a loss with all that going on is setting myself up for failure, but a lot of people do it. So maybe I'm just being lazy, or I don't know. I don't know. I just don't want to gain weight this month. So let's just kind of try for that. My non-scale goals are going to be to keep tracking, you know, obviously as best I can. Keep up with that accountability Instagram, because that really does help. For some reason, just like knowing that there's somebody out there who's waiting for me to post my food and my carb manager, like, I don't know, it's an accountability thing. I like it. Oh, and the last thing is that Jonathan is actually ready to get back to the gym. So my last goal for the month of December is to go ahead and rejoin Planet Fitness and get back into working out. Okay, that's everything for the month of December. I'm a little disappointed with myself, like I said, for how my November went. I was really hoping that I would, you know, have a loss on the scale, but it's my own fault, and all I can do is just get back at it. I appreciate everyone who left really nice comments about, you know, being honest about my journey and like not being afraid to share whenever I'm like not doing well. I really hope that by sharing my journey that, you know, I'm inspiring and motivating others, and that you can see that I'm a real person and that there, you know, everyone has ups and downs. So thank you again for that. I'm really looking forward to next week when we go to Orlando. I'll be vlogging, of course. I don't know what my uploading schedule is gonna be, but I'll definitely be posting like all of our travel videos and everything. I always do. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. At this handsome man. Who is this in my house?